After an unsuccessful lobotomy, Virginia Fate Arnoldson provided a more complete account of the Rockefeller tree tragedy. This is her account.
They tried to lobotomize her?
Yeah.
When I was little, something went wrong with me, and everything switched. Even my parents. My new ones did not like me, so they left me. My foster parents did not like me either, so I was left at an orphanage. Some of my friends were better off, but many were left at the orphanage too.
Fucking bastards.
We loved each other.
Fucking foster parent. Fucking system so broke.
Until we were 18, then we were separated. The military took the boys, and the doctors took the girls. They probably do not remember the tree anymore.
It's probably best they don't.
I do not remember either. But I hope you will remember. Remember for me. When the tree changed me, I was not scared. At first, I did not know what was wrong with me. When my eyes adjusted, I was in a field of special trees.
Oh, shit.
I was reminded of a story my mom told me. Alice in Wonderland.
Oh boy.
This is my Wonderland.
Oh hell no.
I held myself close and looked up. The trees looked like they ended, but above them there were upside down trees, and above those there were upright trees.
Parallel universes.
Forever. The pattern repeated.
Yeah, she was literally physically seeing parallel realities.
I looked down, and I thought I was on solid ground, but when I looked more closely,
It was as if she's in a GTA online lobby and the hacker really fucked shit up.
It smelled like baby powder. And through the
dust had a smell.
Like baby powder. I think I remember right. Mount Rushmore was often coated with baby powder.
Infinity trees. While I played with the dust, I heard distant footsteps. They grew louder and louder. Then there were bright flashes of light all around me. Out from these lights, hundreds of people ran out. One man came up to me and whispered, "The trees are not the trees." He had such sad, tired eyes.
I wonder who this man was.
And put me on his shoulders, he said, "You could be her. Anyone could be her. I promise I will not leave you."
Damn.
There was a bright flash, and we were in another field. He was sitting in front of me with his hand out. Another flash, and we were both running past through the woods. Another flash, and we were both lying on the ground, looking at infinity. Every few seconds there was a flash, and we would be doing something else. Again, and again, and again. Over and over and over. It would not stop. It felt like forever. Years of flashes. I was so angry at first. But soon I had those sad, tired eyes of his too. We were so sad and tired. Every now and then we would flash to another layer of dust. Above or below, who knows? But we would always see the climbers. I think there were people who tried to climb the trees while they were flashed around. They were stretched and burnt.
Oh.
The rest was the people that fell. The man was always with me. He kept me safe the whole time. It must have been years. It felt like 500 years. I named him Everett. He was always there.
Everett.
He never left me. I thought he was my best friend. Then, on one random day, no time, one random time, all the trees bent, and a flash brought me back to New York. All my friends were around me. Well, this was another New York. I did something wrong, and I lost Everett. I ruined everything. I should have stayed home that night. Why did I not stay home? I lost everything.
You didn't
For
know this
me
was going to
and my
happen to you.
friends,
You just
I ruined
discovered.
their lives.
I don't blame
will
you,
not
Virginia,
tell you
really.
about the
You
effect.
didn't think this would have
It
happened.
was
This was
a hard time.
basically the last thing to happen
I
to you.
will keep memories of
She
the
discovered a
events
tree
in
that was basically a dimensional door,
do not matter to you.
That
and she stayed in a
When I
state
was 18,
between time and
I left the
space
orphanage.
for
I looked
centuries.
for my new parents. They were not together anymore. My new pa died from a broken heart, and my new ma lived all by herself. She did not let anyone into her house anymore. All because of me.
Damn.
I wanted my old parents back. I went to the Rockefeller Center for an answer. The tree stood at the top of the plaza, above everyone else. I was never supposed to visit
trees
it
are
again,
alive.
but I did. And I spoke to
And they're
her.
scary too.
At first, I could not understand her. Her voice was like a breeze behind my eyes. I was cold, and I could not move. But soon, I could understand. She said that I had to be ready to exchange one life for my own.
Oh shit.
She understood that I wanted to go back home, to my New York. She said, come back in 3 years. And I did. I waited.
Happy New Year.
1,095 days. I returned 3 years later. At first, I could not understand her. Her voice was like a breeze behind my eyes.
Again.
It was cold, and I could not move. But eventually, I could understand. She said that I had to be ready to exchange one life for my own.
What?
She understood that I wanted to go back home, to my New York. She said, come back in 3 years. And I did. I waited 1,095 days. I returned 3 years later.
Oh my god.
At first,
It's a
I
time
could
loop.
not understand her. Her voice was like a breeze behind my eyes. It was cold, and I could not move.
Or
But
she's stuck in a
eventually,
thought
I
loop a
could
bit.
understand. She said that I had to be ready to exchange one life for my own. She understood that I wanted to go back home, to my
I like how
New
she
York.
says it in the exact same
She said,
tone
"Come
and
back in
everything
3
too, like
years."
she's looping.
And I did. I waited 1,095 days. While I waited, I met a man. He was a very
She waited
important
9 years.
secret agent. He followed me everywhere. One day, I found him waiting inside my house. He told me that he was here to monitor me. No, to watch and protect me. But he had fallen in love with me. No one else liked me.
The secret
So
agent that
we
loved
took
me.
each other.
Not the
Secret
best
agent
successful
Gonzo.
James Bond book.
Leonard loved me. I
Oh,
loved him
Leonard!
too. Together, we had a baby boy. I named him Everett.
Wait.
Little Everett was inside for 9 months when I saw the tree.
So she
again.
named the kid after the being that
She put
she
directions
saw
in
in
my head.
the
I followed those directions.
universe in
I
between
walked
time and space, I
toward him.
guess.
I had to. I wanted to go home so badly. But I became so happy when I could hear the music. It was like the tree's voice, but warm. The Washington Monument looked much bigger in person.
She's at the
The
monument.
door went up high, like it was for something much bigger. Then I went inside.
Yeah, the
There were
monument's
bodies
not only got a living
everywhere.
tree inside of it built
But they
around
must
the whole
hold
monument
me
built
to
around
walk.
it, but there's also a
I
chamber
went on the
inside.
elevator.
We lure
It
people
went
in
up,
and kill them.
all the way up. It
Yeah.
stopped at the top, and the music blared. It was so loud I could not move. The floor opened, and I fell all the way down. I felt myself hit the ground. Then I kept drifting down, past the ground, past rock, sand, and magma, through the layers of earth. It must have been years. It felt like 500 years. When I reached the other side, and I felt myself rising through all the layers of earth, past the magma, sand, and rock, past the ground, back into a body, another body, almost the same body, and flattened like a little red pancake. But I felt so empty. My belly had sunk. Little Everett was not with me anymore. Many others laid around me, broken like me, almost alive and completely still. But little Everett was nowhere. While everyone else exchanged for their own lives themselves, I must have exchanged little Everett for mine. I cried. I cried for years. We all bled into the ground for years. Why did the tree keep us alive? Did they like pain? Did they drink our blood? Was there any
Damn.
reason for any of it? I lost little Everett. He had no say. He did not even say his first word.
Well, that
He
does it.
ruined
We
his
must
life.
outlaw Roe v. Wade.
Dark.
My God. No.
Maybe he
Wow.
lives in Wonderland. I hope he lives in Wonderland. One day, one random day, the music grew, and there was the brightest flash. We found ourselves outside, at the base of the tower. The tree had been freed, and we were in a field of trees. Wonderland had risen, but little Everett was still missing. We were all lifted out in helicopters. I was at the hospital faster than ever before. They told me it was 2003. They told me everything I knew was wrong.
Don't trust the government, honey.
They told me everyone I knew was dead. And now they plan to fix me.
We have the technology.
I'm sorry, Paul. I'm
And that was
sorry,
the failed
Ma.
lobotomy.
I'm sorry, friends. I'm sorry, Leonard. I'm sorry, Everett. Please remember me. Please, please remember me.
Damn.
After a second lobotomy, Virginia never spoke again.
Bastards.
Later
Wow.
in her life, she produced a series of paintings titled The Right Life. This one's titled Ma, Pa, and I. And this one's My Friends and I. This one's Leonard and I. This one's Everett and I. Together. Virginia passed away in 1980 at the age of 59. Her son Everett was believed to be the 20th Washington absentee.
Wow. Damn. Right. So, wow. So that tells me a lot about the Rockefeller tree incident.
Mm-hmm.
And it also tells me people that are sacrificed in the Washington Monument don't actually die.
Just stuck there.
Yeah, they're just like held on to basically having their life force drained by like the tree that's under there. But they're like kept alive for a long ass time.
For like 500 years, well, what feels like it, maybe even shorter, but that's fucked up. You're just in a state of limbo.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, I've got a theory that the Everett she encountered in the void was her baby,
But grown up, right?
but grown up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's a hell of a possibility.
That's what happens when you play with time, space, and sci-fi. There's all kinds of like constants that become variable.
All right.
It felt like 500 years. Understandably, the human brain cannot actually process 500 years, but apparently, like, being affected by this shit permanently changes you.
All right. Next one. This one's the 5-minute one. Air Force One Fallen Angel.
Any Top Gun fans out there?
Simulation of the strike. Property of Maze. August 2003. After making various stops across the United States, Air Force One flew into the restricted airspace of D.C. After an extensive evaluation, the U.S. Air Force took action.
Action. Actione. They shall strike down the Air Force Angel.
Mission accomplished. And I want you to take a look at the map here.
Mm-hmm.
Notice how we just keep continuing after fucking Maine.
Yeah, they're like in 3 sectors, I think. There's 3 there?
Yep, 3
Sorry,
sectors.
I got the little watch together shit covering. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, 3. Holy shit. And it just goes up into Canada.
Yeah.
Does it have an elongated neck? It's just a forever continent? What the fuck?
That's questionable. Let's see. It's still
Welcome
the
to
United States of
Florida.
America, but it's legally known as the United Zones of America. From California to Texas, that's Alcatraz Zone. Then there's the Rushmore Zone, and the rest the Washington Zone.
Oh, I see. So
We
like
all
these
are, yeah.
these three anomalies that we commonly know about in the universe.
The three zone capitals are outlined here. Ah Waste, Pa Sapa, and Cock Tank, or Koch Tank, Extrabus Unum, or out of three, one.
Ooh, that's ominous. It's God!
Al Gore's America is a shell for the true ruler beneath our feet. It's time for the underground god to leave. He does not belong here. But the world A cannot hatch without force. We must fracture the zones ourselves and split the earth open.
He's actually reading it, but in like a fucked up distortion.
That's why I'm doing it. Once it leaves,
Yeah.
there will be peace in a state for each and every person. No more zones, for the cracks will be the true borders. 1,000 states of America. 1,000 states of peace. We are no longer the Anti-Device Association. We're the advocates for the division of America. So the ADA, again, just changing up the name. Just replace it with whatever D can do. How will we
Right.
divide the land? With the fallen angel? Who would have thought that he would land on the tomb of the unknown soldier?
Oh my God.
We found him before anyone else. Burnt and broken from the blast. After we fix him, he will be a walking atom bomb. He will evict the horned serpent, the same way he evicted the traitor, President Rockefeller, from reality.
Jeez. That's a lot of exposition.
This is the symbol for the advocates of the division of America.
Snake tangling an egg, huh?
Crossed out. The unification of 1980 was short-lived as state borders were restored by the end of the decade. Due to the extent of the unification of 2003, state borders were not expected to be restored within the century. The ADA refused to recognize the three zones and their capitals.
Damn, son. We're not 50 states anymore, we're just 3 zones of anomalies. The angel!
The amalgamation. The fallen angel on the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier 2003, photographed by the ADA, property of Mays.
So, this is a very bad turn of events, it seems.
It's about to get worse.
The ADA has gone through multiple renditions. At one point, they were the Anti-Dean Association.
Yeah.
Then they were
because-
the Anti-Device Association.
And now it's the Advocates for the Division of America.
They were always the ADA in every single timeline they were present, though. This has been a constant.
Might be some significance.
I don't know, Rick, if you remember, there was a point in this timeline set where James Dean was the president of the United States of America for a while.
Ricky's muted, by the way.
Yeah, he's
But
probably...
yeah, I did catch him up on it.
Like, my God. some weird alternate history sci-fi shit. Like, wow. It's just a huge exposition dump.
And there's 2 videos left.
The Dark One shall germinate. What are you laughing at, bitch?
You.
All right. Now on to Liberty Lurkers.
Oh no, the Liberty Lurkers again.
Those motherfuckers.
This one concerns a monument outside of the USA. This is the Statue of Progress, a colossal neoclassical sculpture at the entryway of the Suez Canal in Port Said, Egypt. It was designed by Frederick August Bartholdi, who later designed the Statue of Liberty.
Seems like all statues were made from an alien material, which is like what brought them to life.
The following audio is an excerpt of an interview with the developer of the Suez Canal. Oh, nice background.
Where the fuck can a guy get a cheeseburger at?
Welcome to my horror channel.
Ah. Oh, it's translated. I'll let this go because I need to do a little bit of administration.
Efficiency is happiness. Blah blah blah.
Everything flows, everybody's happy. Kind of evident with the whole pandemic and how the Suez Canal obstruction really screwed everything up.
Shit, my man.
Up until the Ever Given kind of fucked that up.
I
I'm
have to
afraid.
admit, this is really well written. Like,
Yeah, honestly, I've not seen any analog horror like this with so much lore.
a lot.
Tons of lore, yeah.
Like, in this particular universe, this shit with, like, the alien statues has been going on for a while.
Oh, we heard a speech. So if you essentially did what I believe ended up happening at an Oscar ceremony. At night he can sink into my dreams. From the Book of Ferdinand, The Sinking Men and the Forbidden Fruit, animated by the Advocates for the Division of America. So,
Yo, let's beat fire.
From what I understood, I believe this was George Washington. Remember, he cut down the cherry tree.
Did he float around like this too?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
This timeline,
Historically
probably.
accurate.
This is a historically accurate depiction.
According to the advocates for the division of America.
Jesus Christ!
That's a hell of a chiptune.
My assumption in this universe, there was a lot more to the chopping down of that cherry tree. Oh!
What tree did he really chop?
I think I know what happened.
He ran into a special tree. That cherry tree turned out to be a special tree.
And this is an alternate universe where the first president of the United States wound up in another dimension.
And basically got warped from one of the trees. Remember what Virginia Arnoldson said?
Oh, man.
Some of the people who tried to climb the tree became elongated and warped. Advocates for the division of America. Now let's
Maybe
go
we're
back
getting
to
a
the
reason-
statue at the...
Maybe we're getting a reason these people call him the Serpent.
For years it is believed all surviving audio recordings of the infamous 1889 Liberty Lurker interview with Frederick were fakes produced by American publicists. The publicists were known as the Liberty Liars and sell their false artifacts to American socialites. However, the authenticity of one audio recording continues to be disputed. Simply known as l'Authentique Liberty Lurker. Well, authentic Liberty Lurker, I guess.
How do you pronounce that?
That's
Frederic Auguste.
Bartholdi. I believe the speech he gave before, while he was talking. I wanted to bring up what I was trying to talk about. During one Oscar award ceremony, Marlon Brando won a role. However, instead of accepting it, he instead hired a Native American, or I guess a person of an indigenous tribe, to go up and kind of accept the award. But she ended up like saying, I have a speech, but I'm not going to read it. Instead, I'm going to go to the press and answer any questions. Basically, because Marlon Brando has asked me to not accept this award in his behalf because of the Hollywood's mistreatment of Native American and indigenous people. That and the speech that Frederick said when opening the Suez Canal, or what he was supposed to read for the Suez Canal opening, kind of felt like that.
Jeez. This shit runs deep. This is not just character gets chased down a hallway and it ends on a creepy note kind of video, you know?
Not like a
I
jump
never know-
scare or anything of this shit.
I never know what to expect, and I like that. Like, and I'm not knocking creators that do that, but it's nice to be taken back. Like, oh, what's gonna happen? What's this one about?
It's combining tension with a lot of world building that adds to the tension, like a
Yes.
tension feedback loop.
I
It's
love
really-
that.
It's really good storytelling, honestly.
That's my
Like-
only critique at all about some of them is like the back rooms, really well done, but sometimes the videos are just like things chasing me, and then like at the end something
Well,
creepy happens.
Well, that's the
And I like
async
this shit a
one.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, async one, definitely that. Kane Pixels version, definite world building exercise and something to take from. And what the hell is crawling on that pole?
Damn caterpillars on the lens again.
It's George Washington! Look out!
Following the release of the Liberty Lurker, Chonauts survey the environment beneath the Statue of Liberty's pedestal. They recorded the following video inside the Horned Serpent metastructure, colloquially known as Wonderland.
Oh, it ties all back together.
This is a designation derived from the Greek words of underworld and sailor. The following clip may disturb... God damn it, I bet YouTube asked to censor this tidbit. Viewers who are sensitive to loud noises. Prolonged exposure to music from the Horned Serpent metastructure may damage your brain.
I'm curious in the comments below what you think that says.
Maybe it says disturbing to viewers.
Disturb penis.
Jesus.
Good thing I had the volume down. It's a fucking infinity of trees!
And apparently prolonged exposure will destroy your eardrums.
Just like watching one of my streams.
By the way, stop the stank box now.
Thank you. I'll blow your ears out like this. That's how I start every stream.
There's so much bass. So much bass boosting going on here. That does not sound like a very nice place to be in.
God, it's probably like living in New York City with the windows open.
It's nice that they kind of actually like CG'd what this potential dimension looks like.
There's a lot of fucking talented people working on this, or one very talented person. I'm assuming it's a team, but they do great work.
Still, that does tell me, in fact, that this is like a place in between time and space.
Oh, for sure.
Because it has like no dimensional relativity to anything. Blah, 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 blah. Blood, give me blood.
All right, Sharp, you and me now. We're gonna
All
face
right.
the apocalypse together.
The apocalypse. Is this the last one?
The last monument mythos. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. President Thomas Jefferson.
Damn.
The final upload of Dr. Disturbing.
Damn, Dr. Disturbing, you based boy, you.
Dad's favorite things. Part 17, paintings. The Apotheosis of Washington by Constantino Brahmidi.
Dang.
The Road to Happiness by James Dean.
Damn.
And then the Together painting by Virginia Arnoldson. I hope to see you soon, Dad. Three days later, after the final upload, the remains of Lauren and Quinn Arnoldson were discovered in the Grand Canyon. The siblings were last seen riding on two astonishingly large balloons. According to park officials, the balloons encountered an unexpected crosswind which caused both siblings to fall to their deaths.
Damn.
The last broadcast of the New Delaware Journal.
So it's all coming to a head, huh?
Hello. By the time you see this, I will be dead. I would like you to know that the Anti-Device Association has been with me for years. They forced me to read their scripts to hand them legitimacy. You've heard me read about Lincoln Lookers and the Starry Sphinx. Those were their words, in my mouth. But they did not keep as close an eye on me as they should have. Whenever I visited my family, I went to my studio underground. I was able to read my own scripts through the New Delaware Journal. The Feds and Association thought an Arnoldson ran the station. But I have no crew. It was a one-man operation. Only I read. Only I broadcasted. This is the last script. This is the last broadcast. The 3 nights before my death, Alcatraz went stealth. It looked like it had completely disappeared while everyone was asleep, but it was still there. It was all around us. It simply expanded imperceptibly fast. It mimicked the surrounding environment on a subatomic level. Everyone believed it had not spread to the East Coast yet, but it definitely did. I had just finished the last batch of tests, and I can confidently say that I am not the same person as I was 3 days ago. Alcatraz had copied us all overnight. Every particle of this country and its citizens replaced. The United States is the ship of Theseus. Inside my skull is Alcatraz's fleshy reproduction of my brain. I remember a line from President Dean. If we sent everyone to prison, then what's a prison anymore? If everyone became a prison, what's a person anymore? I would not live with a copy of myself. Better to distinguish myself now than to live a lifetime as someone else's thing. Iron Fire does the trick. Maybe I will see you in the next life. Remember me. For Everett. For Virginia. For America. And that's kind of the outline. Victory or death, Leonard W. Morton. Shotnot A will receive data. He will convey it to you in a theatrical manner. He will arrive to your world after our apocalypse. It'll be 2022 in ours. It'll be October 1st, 2016 in yours.
Damn.
After a brief investigation, authorities concluded Leonard Moreland experienced a violent psychotic break before committing self-immolation. Now part 3, the Angel's Ultimatum. The advocates were deranged. They're all ashes now. We will never be weapons again. Leave us alone or join the ash pile. Brought on the Lincoln Monument. After a 2-decade search, the Angel was located in the Babylon Forest. Operation Thunderbird, Department of Technology Animation. The United States of America's Department of Technology. Let's see how Thunderbird went. Damn! At the Grand Canyon, 2 androids will lure freedom.
Androids, huh?
That's a hell of a convincing statue movement. Oh, fuck.
That's what freedom looks like.
The captive false children react to her presence. Energy from the false children react with an invisible particle cloud known as gas. Gas.
He's a gas, huh? They trap it at a triangle.
The X-Wing warrior will collect the container. Aren't you glad even in this universe, they have a bottomless fucking military budget?
They transport freedom to Babylon Forest.
Now to unleash it. Ah, fuck! The controlled decay of the container allows freedom to exit after touchdown.
The Angel.
Freedom encounters it.
They duke it out, right?
Yup!
Oh yeah, they're gonna battle each other. Awesome. But the Angel's too powerful. It overpowers freedom.
Mutual assured destruction. Part 4. Warning: the following may disturb post-implant viewers who are sensitive to loud noises. Turn your volumes down. It'll get loud.
Let me guess, in their attempt to make Liberty and the Angel fight each other, they destroy the planet? I don't know.
They want to make the horned serpent that apparently is in the earth, I guess, hatch.
And the Association for the Division of America doesn't want to let that happen, I guess. I don't know. Or do they want to let it happen?
They wanted it.
Oh! Yeah, no. We all just died. That is absolutely an apocalypse. The serpent was one of those giant trees, I guess. But they did say the trees weren't trees at all.
Holy fuck.
Something tells me this story doesn't have a happy ending.
There's multiple.
I think it gave birth to some kind of alien life form. Oh, is that maybe an infinitesimal expanse of trees, maybe?
Seems to be.
This is what it looks like from the outside. Oh god, they're multiplying.
Two, three, shit, they're everywhere. Now what? Survivors of the Great Division are known as Corner Folk, which is also another series on the channel. They've also uploaded during the time Monument Mythos was uploaded as well.
All that shit happened. And there are people who survived it?
Yeah, but Corner Folk are kind of weird. They only exist going through corners.
Maybe our world still exists, but it's warped.
That's the end of the Monument Mythos shebang.
So that was the finale. Earth is just destroyed.
Essentially.
And humanity, I guess, dies with it.
However, we do deal with the Corner Folk eventually, and then all of a sudden we ended up being spurred with the Nixonverse.
So, somehow, some way, Life goes on after this.
It's gonna be twisted.
The trees are our gods now. Man, I hope somebody does like a lore breakdown of this because I don't know if we're equipped to do it.
I think somebody probably has.
This is like nutty. Like there's so much to unpack there.